right, what drama do we have today?
Okay, so someone sent us this, and they agree with my son, Cash. So she sends a message and says, Loren, you mentioned that your son, Cash, is afraid of Halloween decorations. I think Halloween is way out of control. 2 houses in my neighborhood have setups so scary, they scare the kids. My kids are 5 and 2. One of the houses is set up like a murder scene with police tape and blood, fake bodies everywhere. And the other has 5 huge human-sized vampires looking things with red wings and red eyes.
Oof. I know exactly what they're talking about.
Do you? I have no idea what they're talking about.
I've seen this. It's got red eyes, and it looks like a...
It looks like wings?
Yeah, it looks like a vampire, but it's got wings. It's like real skinny looking, and it's got red eyes.
Ooh.
I just said to Dean the other day, I go, dude, that's a little much. In somebody, they had 1. How many does this person have?
5.
Yeah.
She says, but it's downright scary. And it used to be fun and hokey, but things just get worse and worse and scarier and scarier.
Yeah, I mean, here's what I'll say. And by the way, I have noticed that Halloween has taken on a life of its own, and it's gotten a little Christmassy. So many things changed after the pandemic, and I think the way we do Halloween is one of them.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Is Halloween out of control? Are you a family that loves to decorate for Halloween, or do you have a house in your neighborhood that is way overdone and your kids are scared of it? 704-570-9595. It's just healthy to open up a conversation about it because we're in the midst of the season now.
Yeah, and it's okay. I mean, we're a family divided. Like, my mom and my brother, this is their Super Bowl. This is their Christmas. And they have been decorating my mom's place for weeks now, and it's still not done. And my mom has a big Halloween party every year where, like, her family comes in from around the country and her friends, and, like, this is her jam, right? But it's not necessarily my jam, and it definitely is not Cash's jam. Jackson loves it.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's not afraid of stuff when he sees, like, he wouldn't be afraid of the vampire.
We did find the line yesterday.
Oh.
Like, he walked around my mom's whole house, and he wasn't afraid of anything except for, like, one specific thing.
Okay.
And we were like, oh, you do have a line.
704-570-9595. What's your thoughts on Halloween and the decorations? Is there such thing as too scary, and are you in the neighborhood with someone who's got a really scary setup? I'm not down with the murder scene.
Yeah,
that's not
rough.
Halloween.
That's rough.
That's just gross. And kind of honestly, I mean, like, what if somebody in your neighborhood, God forbid, had a situation or knew somebody or is a police officer, and that's like the worst day of their life is how your house is decorated? Now, I know we live in the U.S. and everybody's got their own individual rights, but sometimes you just need to take somebody else's thoughts into consideration.
Sure.
And where it's different than Christmas, because I know a lot of people are going to say, well, Halloween's my Christmas. I love Christmas. I love Halloween, decorating. Nobody is getting triggered by lights for the most part. The average person is going to see Christmas lights on the exterior of a house, and it's not going to bring back triggering feelings unless you're like me, where my dad would wrap me up in the lights if I didn't put them up properly, okay? That was triggering. But you know my point, Loren, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I just think... I don't know. It's a little, it's just scary.
Yeah.
And if you're little, then you don't know yet what's real and what's not.
Can we not walk down the street anymore because the house is so scary? I mean, and if you are going to do scary, here's the thing, do hokey as well. The people with the 5 vampire bats with the red eyes, and I know exactly what they're talking about, that look human. Put a silly ghost in the middle of it, too, or hang a silly ghost somewhere also so that the kids can make the connection that it's just silly and fake. Heather, hi. You're on with Maney and Loren. Good morning.
Good morning. How are y'all?
We're good. Heather, what do you think of this?
So me, as a parent, I have an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old, and when my children were small, I would take them to the store and get them to teach them that it's just a decoration, like it's not going to hurt you, like it's not going to grab you and things like that. And us as parents have to do that. I personally love Halloween, so the more the merrier.
Yeah.
It's just hard for some kids to truly grasp it, even if you show them.
And it's too late. They've already seen it. They can't get that vision out of their
I
head
guess
where
so.
you're like, hey, you know
Kids
what?
have imaginations, and that their imaginations is what runs away with them.
Do you think the murder scene is okay, Heather, or do you think that's crossing the line?
For me, I think it's okay.
Okay.
If you don't want your kids to see that, then detour around the neighborhood if you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably what these people are thinking, Loren. Couple text messages coming in. Kathy says, I love Halloween, but we only put the inflatable Jack skeleton. Someone said, my 10-year-old just said, that's the point of the holiday. You don't have to look at the decorations.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I know my mom's house is too scary for cash, so I just don't take cash there.
Yeah.
But Jackson loves it.
Cody texted in and said, I grew up in a small town in Maine close to where Stephen King lived. His house was terrifying, so much so he would give kids $100 if they made it all the way down his driveway.
That's hilarious.
You got to send your mom there.
Yeah.